Thoughts like, I cannot make my life better, or things won't start working even if I keep doing things the right way, often arise seemingly automatically, almost like an uncontrollable response. It's fascinating how these negative, limiting beliefs can emerge without conscious effort, as if they're programmed to show up during moments of doubt or frustration. It's interesting how thoughts like that seem to show up, almost like an automatic response that you can't control. At a deeper level, these thoughts are rooted in our evolution. Over the course of human history, our brains have been shaped by the need for survival, and survival means managing risk. Our ancestors lived in environments filled with potential threats, like predators, famine, or natural disasters, where failure to anticipate danger or make cautious decisions could literally mean the difference between life and death. This tendency to doubt and hold onto uncertainty is a part of that evolutionary design. The brain developed a sort of safety-first mechanism, which meant that humans evolved to be highly sensitive to risks, even to the point of focusing on possible negative outcomes more than positive ones. If your brain can predict the worst-case scenario, it might have given you an evolutionary advantage by helping you avoid dangers. But here's the tricky part. While that instinct was vital for survival in the past, it doesn't always serve us well in modern life. The uncertainties we face now aren't typically life-threatening, but they can trigger that same survival instinct, making us doubt ourselves when we step out of our comfort zones or pursue new opportunities. This negative mindset, although protective, can hold us back from change, because it's easier to stay in what's known, even if it isn't ideal, than to face the uncertainty of trying something new that could bring about a positive change. In a way, your mind is asking you to stay safe by minimizing risk. It doesn't want to take chances on something that doesn't have a clear, guaranteed outcome. But the paradox is, growth and progress are often wrapped up in uncertainty. It's the unknown that holds the potential for something better, but your brain doesn't immediately register that as a safe space. So when we feel stuck in these negative thought patterns, we're essentially encountering an internal tug-of-war between our brain's natural survival instincts and the opportunities for growth that lie outside of certainty. The more we confront that uncertainty and take action anyway, the more we can shift the brain's response and create new pathways that allow us to embrace change with less hesitation. What's often overlooked is that these survival instincts, while protective, can also keep us from discovering a deeper sense of personal agency. When you start to recognize that your doubts come from an old instinct to protect, it becomes possible to reframe the narrative. You might begin to understand that the discomfort you feel isn't a sign of danger but an opportunity for personal growth. Every time you make a choice despite the internal resistance, you're essentially training your brain to tolerate and even embrace uncertainty, transforming it from something threatening into something motivating. It's also helpful to realize that other people around you likely face the same internal battle. When we look at others who seem to be confidently moving forward, it's easy to assume they don't experience doubt, but in reality, they might be doing the same thing you're struggling with, just in a more conscious way. They might have found tools or strategies, like mindfulness, positive affirmations, or simply taking one small step at a time, that help them push through their doubts. If they can find ways to navigate uncertainty, so can you, and it all begins with the willingness to try, despite the uncertainty.